Hello, good morning, and welcome. My name is Liz, and this is Shot for Shot, the show where I take a shot for every movie in a beloved franchise and then rank them. Today we'll be talking about a true cultural reset, Shrek. My ear broke right before I started filming. It's so sad. Alright, let's get into it. Shot number one. After some painstaking consideration, I've decided that last place goes to Shrek III. Shrek doesn't want to be king or a father, so he tries to get Fiona's cousin Arthur to come to far, far away so he can take over the throne. Okay, let's get into it.
Well, somebody better be dying. I'm dying.
We love comedic timing. Also, the king croaks.
Where's the baby? Where's the baby?
Where's the baby? I swear, this is the best 30 seconds I've ever seen in a movie. It's Gingy having his own life flash before his eyes. It's literally so funny. We have a whole montage of the princesses realizing that they don't have to wait for some guy to save them and that they can save themselves. Iconic.
Kill the spot.
Just look at this production value, the scenic design, all of the moving parts. They must have 1,000 crew members. Okay, I want you to focus on this one because it shows Rumpelstiltskin specifically.
Where's that firstborn you were promised, eh?
Not only is that so sad that Rumpelstiltskin basically lost a child, but then they change it to a completely different character in the fourth movie. It's weird.
Wake up!
Da-da!
That's the single most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Da-da! I have a few questions about this movie, namely why Puss in Boots flirts with both women and cats, and why both women and cats flirt with Puss in Boots. I don't want to think about the implications. Justin Timberlake voices a character in this movie, but in the second movie, there's a poster of him in Fiona's room as Sir Justin. Why is Justin Timberlake so involved in Shrek? All in all, this movie has big drive-in movie theater energy. Like, you'd only watch it if it's paired with another movie, and so you can hang out with your friends. Shot number two. Oh no! I am the driver of the struggle bus today. In third place is Shrek Forever After, aka Shrek IV. I think the whole plot of this movie is It's a Wonderful Life, but I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life, so I'll just take my own word for it. Long story short, Rumpelstiltskin made it so Shrek never existed, so some of the characters are a little worse off. But it made Gingy so much cooler. Okay, so Rumpelstiltskin looks a little different from our last movie, but he's kind of iconic.
Didn't it look bigger in the catalog?
He has a bunch of wigs, he only hangs out with witches. I'm a little jealous.
Baba!
Baba! Why does he say it like that?
How was your commute?
I just think it's really funny that he can only talk via flute. Pied Piper, we really need to talk. Hey, PP. Hey, PP. We need to talk about last night. This has some major Monty Python vibes, but I think it's just because there's people on a tower.
By a whole bunch of mean, ugly, nasty witches.
We can hear you!
Hey, we can hear you! Okay, but the ending is really, really cute.
I got the chance to fall in love with you all over again.
There are a few questions I have about this movie, namely why the goose changes size.
As you can see,
Like there, he's tiny and actually fits into the lap of Rumpelstiltskin, but in other scenes, he's big enough to pull a carriage. Inconsistent. Okay, so there's an entire ogre compound, but I have so many questions, okay? Where are all the ogres in all the other movies? Are they dead? If they're dead, that means they're dead because of Shrek. Am I wrong? Shrek makes it a point in the previous movies to say that ogres like being alone, but they're living in a commune. Inconsistent. I just hate this.
These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they never want to see another one like they had with you.
I hate that.
And you are a catastrophe. And you are redunculous.
That's the most disappointed I've ever been in my life. Was hearing that.
Do the roar. 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 Do the roar.
Do the roar. Shut up! My favorite thing about this movie is that my brother said that Rumpelstiltskin was based off of a real guy, and I was like, what? Really? And then he described to me in detail Rasputin, and I said, very close. Shot number 3. Rank number 2 is Shrek, the original. This movie is unbelievably, undeniably iconic. There's just so many Shrek memes. This movie is meaningful.
Donkey.
There are lines that are basically written on the walls of my heart.
I like that boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
Oh, not the buttons!
Not the gumdrop buttons! Number 3.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do. Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns.
Blue flower, red thorns, blue flower, red thorns, blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind.
I think I need a hug.
I think I need a hug. A girl dragon. Oh, sure. I mean,
Of course you're a girl dragon. This is incredibly disturbing.
perfect.
I never noticed this before, but oh, it's gross. Especially because the magic mirror is the one showing him that. He just has to sit there knowing. But again, this movie was just life-changing, and I swear, hallelujah had me in tears at 5 years old. Okay. Shot number 4. Obviously, in first place is Shrek II. This movie's literally so good. Our villain is a character that we previously held in very high standards, the fairy godmother, and she's so relatable.
Force me to do something I really don't want to do.
Where are we?
Well, hi there. Welcome to Friar's Fat Boy. May I take your order?
My diet is ruined.
She just wants what's best for her business and her son. I mean, she's awesome. Literally, the way they use music in this movie is mind-blowing. I need a hero. I'm old enough for a hero to light. It's so good. And the movie ending with La Vida Loca, it's so good. But, of course, I have a few questions.
What?
Shrek and Fiona live in Shrek Swamp, which we find out is over 700 miles away from the town of Far, Far Away. So the furthest a carriage can go in a day is around 50 miles, and that's assuming that you can change out the horses anytime they get tired. So at the very least, it takes them 2 full weeks to get to Far, Far Away. So in short, this team of musicians traveled 2 weeks to relay a message that's 5 seconds long. So I don't blame this guy.
Enough, Reggie.
This is a little too real.
Police brutality! Police brutality! I have to talk to Princess Fiona! Ow!
They use actual pepper spray. I don't know what we did as a human race to deserve the Shrek franchise, but I'm glad we did it. It twists all of our preconceived notions about beauty and fairy tales and happiness. Oh! Anyways, thank you so much for watching Shot for Shot. If you disagree with my ranking, let me know in the comments and tell me what franchise I should rank next. As always, be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned next week for a new video. Bye! Monkey!